Welcome to the weekly roundup, Div 6 time, mate. Your old stomping ground.
Oh, you've been involved in a few clubs in Div 6, mate.
Yes, the Wayne Knowles division.
Oh,
hey, look, there was actually some interesting results, starting with what I thought was a bit of an upset. Elizabeth had been on the slide.
Nicked it.
Okay, very good. Fitzroy were on the climb, and they've just managed to. It was a big one for Elizabeth. They needed to hold their ground. They have 17.
Settle the ship.
Settle the ship, yes. 17, 20, 122. Fitzroy 14, 7, 91. Better players and goal kickers from one of the two teams, please.
From Elizabeth, we had Cotter with 5, Woodland with 4, Han with 2, Schlink, Daniels, and Cotter were in the best for the Eagles.
Yes, welcome back, Cotter. Good return to form.
Yep.
Fitzroy, Burke 4. Gerardus continues to find the pill with 4.
Does, yes.
Yes. Yeah, Speedy, Burke, and McKinnon were their best players.
Yes. Yep.
I didn't pick it, so hand up, got it wrong, fair enough. Well done, Elizabeth. They started the year so strongly, fell in such a big hole, and they're back. They'd probably be 7 and 4 now, wouldn't they?
Something like that. Yes, they are.
And when last week we had 2nd through to 6th, all in 6 and 4, it was the time to shine,
Yeah.
and they did. So well done.
It's always a tough fast to go out to Elizabeth, I think, and win a game of footy.
It's where I played my first senior A-grade game of footy, and it's where I played my last senior game of footy. So there you go. Bit of trivia there. Shove that on your stiff shizzle list.
Oh, I certainly will, mate.
Let's head out to Brahma Lodge, where, again, two teams on 6 and 4 met, and it was an absolute thriller. It was Brahma Lodge 14-10-94, Trinity 13-13-91. 2 more scoring shots, didn't get the job done, but probably not that bad at kicking. And Brahma Lodge coming from behind at half-time and three-quarter time.
Yes, exactly right. Trinity certainly, early on it was tight. Half time had an 11-point lead, then a 9-point at three-quarter time, and then to get pipped by 3 points. Probably the one that you talk about at Brahma, but the one that got away, the one that can hurt you at the end of the year.
There's not a long journey. It felt good, Brahma Lodge side, mate. It was Steele with 4 and doubles to Tippett and Burns. Better players were Steele, Hudema, and Hem Mendes. Now, was that the chicken shop from Breaking Bad?
I don't know. I don't know.
Hem Mendes.
Mendes. Anyway, Eves with 3, Dahlgren and Collins and Spagnolo with 2, Stimson, Dickman and Collins in the best for the tossers.
What was the second one?
Dickman. Got a bit of the Darcys about me tonight, haven't I?
Yeah, just a little smidgy, mate.
Yep.
Alright, now I did say I'll never tip Houghton again, and probably for good reason as well. 34 scoring shots to 9. They're lucky this one didn't get even more untidy. It was West Croydon 14-20-104. Houghton Districts 5-4-34. For the Hawks, please, Wayne.
Woodcock with 4. Persh with 2.
Who's cock?
Woodcock. Persh and Wilson both kicking 2. Heap of other blokes kicking singles. Nichols, Francis and Sumpton. The only 3 best players named, so...
Yeah, well, that's all they needed.
That's all they needed, I suppose.
A huge win for a team that I think might have been 4-0. This may have been their first win in 7 weeks, I think.
You think?
I think, and it keeps them 1 game outside the 5. And with Salisbury West shotgun, which we'll talk about in a moment. For Houghton, the only multiple goal kickers were Armand, Nuts Armand, and Q-Man Dave Keach.
Yep.
Best again. He'd probably have to be winning their best and fairest by the length of your Johnson, Cam Schutz. So probably close to them.
I was going to say, is it that close?
Your missus is pregnant, mate. You're still getting the job done.
You can talk.
That's right.
Will Houghton win a game this year?
No. Tipped him 3 times. Had a gutful. Yeah, no. It's just it's round 11 now.
Very disruptive up there, just before the season started, and and other things have happened as well.
Oh, we can say it, mate. They've happened. It's not our fault they happened. Captain left on the Thursday before round 1. Coach left after round 3. Doesn't help.
No. But anyway,
it sucks. Okay, now there's a big story coming out of Mawson Lakes. And that story is based upon a man with 2 first names. His name is Grey Grant. Big fan of the man. The best naturally gifted footballer in Div 6. Yes, better than Dalton Tucker. Grey Grant kicked 5 and was best on ground. Jeez, let's give him an award.
All right. So anyway, it was the Farmers 18-14, 122 defeated Mawson Lakes 11 goals for 70. So. Like Tommy said, Grant with 5, McCormick Smith with 4, Sumner with 3, Spence with 2, Gray Grant Best, Anthony Spence and Sammy Naylor.
Yeah, McCormick Smith's been a bit of a revelation, the young fella, hasn't he? He's really added to the dynamics of Ingle Farm. I thought maybe losing Cree last year, he probably didn't have his best year. But they've certainly they've found, for lack of a better term, they found a bit of faux shizzle.
Yes.
The old Bulldoggies. And they were up and about on their old Snapchats on Saturday night.
Oh, were they?
Mawson Lakes, haven't done them yet?
I haven't done them. So.
Braden Bennett was best. Cates kicked 3 and Braden Bennett himself kicked 2.
Yep.
There was upset of all upsets in the Adelaide Footy League this weekend. Quite simply, no one picked it. It was harder to pick, my friend, than
a broken nose.
Well played. And it was at Pulteney Oval. So I thought Pulteney, just based on their results, I haven't seen them play, but gee, I thought they'd go undefeated for the year. Maybe it's the loss they had to have.
No respect, that
well,
kind of stuff.
It can happen.
Yep.
Pulteney 9-14-68, Salisbury West 12-12-84. But Salisbury West led all day, so it wasn't, they didn't pull it out the fire. So for Pulteney, again, big surprise. That's all I could say, isn't it?
Oh, it's
better to lose now than later. They've got 3 or 4 games on the. Did they rest players? Looking through, I see Tucker still played. Tarker's there. Oh, Vanden Munchoff played. You ever done that with the missus? A bit of Vanden Munchoff?
He's got a guts full of arms and legs, obviously, yes.
Curry kicked 3, Cook kicked 2. Cleveland was their best with Cook and Leahy.
And for Salisbury West, Malera with 4, Rigney with 3, Jones with 2. Connor, Davies and Rigney in the best for the Tigers.
Well done, Tigers. It's a big win for your club.
Big win.
Not only does it absolutely almost 100% on. Let's just have a good look before I make a bold statement.
Yes, before you
it almost mathematically guarantees that you're going to avoid relegation.
Yep.
You'd think.
You'd nearly guarantee it.
And it also now has you just 1 game and some percentage outside the 5, and if you can beat Pulteney, you can beat anyone.
Bit of belief. Anything can happen.
If you believe, you can achieve.
Listen to us with the big comments here tonight.
Profound. Daryl McIntyre still leads on 46. He's stagnated due to that knee injury.
No, he's done a hammy. Come back.
Yeah. Well, it's hammy. Yep. Woodcock's nipping on the heels with 39. And Anton Gerardis, 38. Now, if he gets 6 to 12 goals, he'll be in front.
Yes.
Of him
yes.
and him.
And him, yes. Needs to kick a bag.
He does.
Yep.
He does.
Okay, so let's move on to this week's games, Tommy. And it is Houghton Memorial Oval. Houghton District's taking on Pulteney, who will be scorned.
Gee, good time to get Pulteney.
Isn't it? A great time to get Pulteney. I don't think they'll be resting anyone or underestimating anyone ever again.
I've got mates at Houghton, and I don't want to disrespect them, but I can't see them getting within 100 points of Pulteney.
Yeah.
Well, welet's be honest though, we're not trying to be dicks about it, but
no.
if this was Sportsbet or Ladbrokes, what would the line be? 89.5?
Yeah, probably.
Something like that?
Yep.
I mean, because you see in the AFL they give 60 and 70 point lines. I think it would be, well, it's top versus bottom, so...
Pulteney for me by, I'll say 10 goal.
Yeah, it wasn't that sweet of you.
Thank you.
So you'd take the plus 89.5, wouldn't you?
I would, yes.
Yeah, you'd jump on board.
Yeah, I would, yep. You?
Pulteney still by 15 goals.
Righto. Okay, next game, Mawson Lakes Oval. It's Mawson Lakes taking on West Croydon.
Yeah, West Croydon absolutely must win. Having kick-started their season again, I think maybe obviously they play stronger teams at the back end of the year. They just simply must win this, or it is finals aspirations are
gone.
Yeah, so they'll win.
Yeah, West Croydon for me.
Can't see who's going to stop Woodcock.
No? All right. Next game, Ingle Farm v Trinity Old Scholars up at Roe Park.
Beg pardon, it was Ingle Farm and Trinity. Trinity have had Ingle Farm's measure. Obviously, 1 point elimination win from behind last year. Knocked them off earlier this year, but Ingle Farm are just starting to get a bit of momentum. But Ingle Farm surely now.
You're nearly back at full strength. Farmers for me by 6 goals.
Yep.
Yep.
Seeing them doing their shoeies on Saturday night.
Yeah. Loose.
Couple of them.
Yep. Salisbury West taking on Elizabeth at Salisbury Downs Oval.
Yeah, well, Salisbury West have just knocked off Pulteney. Elizabeth have just knocked off Fitzroy. Probably the 2 glamour teams of the comp, Fitzroy and Pulteney, really. I think they might have even been 1 and 2 before the last round, possibly, maybe 1 and 3. Wow, this is a hell of a match, isn't it?
It is a hell of a match.
At least
just think Elizabeth. Yeah, I think Elizabeth. I think if Cotter's firing. But saying that, Salisbury West at home, are bloody hard to beat.
Tough one.
Bloody hard to beat.
Because it's so tight between second and, well, eighth now. There's 2 games separating second and eighth at a pivotal time of the year. They both must win this one. Elizabeth should be hungry enough to get
Elizabeth by 15 points.
Elizabeth by 14 points.
By 14 points. And last but certainly not least, it is the match of the round. It is the out at Mount Fitzroy Sports Club there. It is Fitzroy taking on Brahma Lodge.
It's 4th versus 5th. There's a genuine chance.
Yep.
A very genuine, good old chance. Yeah, West Croydon are going to meet Mawson. You lose this one, you're out the 5. So that's plenty to play for. Fitzroy
Fitzroy at home for me as well.
Yep.
Gerardus to get plenty of it and kick 6.
All right, thank you, Wayne. Beautifully
No worries.
done. It's been Div 6. We're back next week.
See you guys.